Okay, here we go. Ian Miranda here, Funcle, 42 years old.
Lauren Miranda here, niece, 18 years old.
Daniel Miranda, nephew, 14 years old.
Excellent. Good start. All right, let's. Why don't we start off with what we've been up to? Because it's been a few weeks since we talked, really. So, Lauren, why don't you start us off with, I guess, talk to us about work and customers and stuff.
Yeah.
What you do with how you doing with the college prep stuff?
Yeah, it's just been kind of a weird mix of both. Like yesterday, yesterday I was at work and I was just thinking to myself, like I was talking to some of my friends that are also my coworkers, and I was thinking to myself, I gotta put in my 2 weeks soon because I'm leaving for college.
Oh.
And that got me thinking, and that was like really weird. And I was thinking to myself, like, well, when do I put my 2 weeks in? Do I want to like
if you want to have any break time but without working before you
yeah, exactly. And then I was just kind of weighing out like all the things that I'm gonna have to do before going off to college. Like I'm working on these things to give to my brothers before I go, and then I am gonna have to say goodbye to like my friends here and stuff, and then I'm gonna have to pack up my room, and it's just kind of been this whole like weird moment just constantly follow me. Like I'm not here, but I'm also like not in my school yet. So that's been really weird. And then on top of like dealing with rude customers, that hasn't like been the best. But then also, I guess some really nice customers too. Like yesterday, I actually had like a few customers. This one guy told me that my eyes are pretty, and I was like, thank you. And this lady came in. And normally, like, she was taking a long time to order because she told me that she just started this new diet and she lost 40 pounds. And she was, like, super sweet and stuff. And I was so not used to, like, I guess customers being super sweet.
Sure.
And so I took my time with her and stuff. And she was all like, oh, thank you. You're such a doll. And it really got me thinking about, like, the difference that, like, a rude customer or a nice customer can make on, like, the person working. Because, like, how a person behaves is totally a reflection of how they feel on the inside towards themselves. But that doesn't stop it from affecting other people in the sense that they just carry around the negativity that you bring onto them.
Right.
And so when you do the opposite of that and you bring like positive energy and just good vibes overall, that just makes a great impact on everyone else's day.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, there's a whole thing to if you stay positive all the time, that you attract energy back from people, right? I think the most simplest example is if you ever meet someone and they're smiling at you, you can't help but either smile back or just think, oh, that person's very nice, right? Without even much of a conversation. But
exactly, like, yeah, you already feel welcomed, you know?
Right. I want to go back to this thing you mentioned, that you're working on something for your brothers before you leave. What's that about?
Is it like a gift?
Huh?
Is it
like a present?
Is what Danny wants to know?
Oh yeah, kind of. I'll show you the first one that I made for myself because I bought 3 of them. So it's gonna be a surprise, but I got these like coasters and a bunch of paint supplies from Target. And I know it's nothing like super cool, you know, it's just a coaster. But I'm just painting like individual things for people. So I painted myself a mushroom. And then I'm working on something for Christian, and then I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for Daniel, so they can always have, you know, something in their room to put their drinks on, and you know, we'll each have one.
Yeah, and they can think of you when they see it.
Sorry, it's not like in a car or something, Daniel.
It's fine. Just next time, you know, think of a Miata.
Yeah, I'm sure she's gonna get you a Miata. But that's it's very cute. It's very nice.
Yeah, I'll get you a Miata.
I would like a coaster, please.
Huh?
I would like a coaster, please, if you don't mind.
I'll get you a coaster. I'll get more. I'll make you one.
Thank you.
No problem.
And now, what's going on with the college prep stuff? Is this the stuff you're talking about? Just prepping your life, really, to take off, right? This is
it feels, yeah. Like I got my room. I got a roommate. I already have my dorm assigned. I already know the date that I'm going.
Okay.
And it's July 7th now. On August 13th, I'll be leaving. It just feels like I have so much time. I mean, I have so little time left here.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, also, you know, moving is also not just like packing up your stuff and just going away. It's also a mindset too of being like, okay, this is no longer going to be the place that I come home to every night. Yeah. These are no longer going to be the people that I see every single day. you know, it's just a whole process in general, and I'm just trying to get used to it. But every time that I feel like I get sad or nervous about it, I just kind of remind myself that everyone goes through it when they go away for school, you know?
Absolutely.
And it's not an uncommon thing to happen. I mean, so many people do the same thing.
Absolutely not. No, yeah, and I think it's natural, and I think it's healthy for people to grow in that manner, right? I mean, whether you're going off to school or the first time you move away from home, from mom and dad, and you're doing it both at the same time. So that's a big leap, you know. No, that's awesome. That's great.
Thanks.
The roommate. Have you talked to them, or did they just give you info like this is her name? Or I don't know if you get contact info. How's that work?
I'm like looking for a way to get into contact with her, but I cannot like find her in any of like the university group chats or something, so I'm not sure. Okay. But they did tell me her name, and they did tell me the room I was staying, and I'm hoping we'll get along, because before they assign you to a roommate, they have you fill out a form of like how you are, what type of like environment you like to keep in your room, whether you listen to music loudly or not.
Yeah.
You know what time to go to bed, and they kind of match you up with someone of the same interest.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, I had a little experience with living in a dorm when I was at FIU. Yeah, because for a time, I was working really far from where I was going to school at FIU in the dorm. So I wanted to try to get a little bit of that college experience. So I stayed for a year or so at the dorms, brand new dorms at FIU. And my very first roommate, great guy. His name was Jesse. I remember. We got along awesome because we were real similar. Loved sports. We were working out and playing basketball and football, and all the guys, like my regular friends, my friends that I grew up, like Ariel and Renzo and stuff like that. They met him, and everybody got along. He only stayed one semester. He ended up transferring to Orlando. So then right away I got a new roommate, and it was a German kid. With a nice kid and all, but we had totally different schedules because I worked during the morning. Like in the morning I would wake up at 7 in the morning to get to work. Maybe we would work by 8:30. I worked as a bag teller. And so I would work the morning, then go to school afterwards. Well, he was just a student. So he had his classes in the afternoon, and he would be out at night and be partying, and would just come into the room loud as could be at 1 or 2 in the morning, and I'm sleeping.
Oh,
so
God.
Caused some ruffles for sure. But you work it out. We worked it out to actually switch him with another person. And then that person that roomed in, he would eat all my food. I remember that. That was needless to say, I went through some challenges there, but it was nothing. I don't know. It was nothing that was that too crazy. You learn to deal with it. You have your area. You figure it out. But the first roommate was really cool. I can say that he was a really fun guy. So yeah, it could happen. And who knows? Maybe hopefully you find somebody lifelong friend.
Oh, hopefully. I don't know yet though, but
yeah,
I hope. As long as they don't try to kill me, I'm okay.
You're right. That should be step one. Don't try to kill me.
I'm gonna turn on a light real quick because I look very dark over here.
Go right ahead. I was moving on anyway to Danny. Mm-hmm. You had a big weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about it, and don't be too excited.
Okay, so on Wednesday, I went to Atlanta with just my mom and my dad to this college ID camp. It was they said 50 colleges, but more colleges ended up coming. A lot of D1 schools, D2, D3, and then a couple NIAA, is it? NIAA. We were assigned different groups at the beginning. I was with my coach, ended up being the Georgia State coach, which was really good, really nice guy, really positive. Yeah, we did throughout the day. You'd get there at the first day. It was 3 days: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You leave on Saturday. Thursday it was 12 to 6. So we'd get there. We did evaluation games to see like what group you're in, and then we did this thing. We kept on going inside for the whole camp for this thing called mental training, and it wasn't really mental training. It was more like a college recruiting panel. They did do like one mental training drill, which was meditation.
Oh.
But I had already knew that. So that was the one thing that they taught us. But yeah, we did evaluation games, mental training, then we did a team practice, and that was over with day 1. Day 2, we arrived at 8 and we left at 6. Day 2 was pretty crazy. I got there, we had team practice in the morning for an hour. Then we had 2 hours of mental training, college recruiting panels and stuff like that. Then we went outside for an hour to play games. Then we came back in for an hour for lunch. And then we went outside and finished the day off with games. The third day, at the end of the second day, we had a little, the same like little ending that we had on the first day. It was like 10-15 minutes. And they told us that in the morning at 7:45 there will be something called a spotlight game. And there will be 2 age groups, an underclassman and an upperclassman. Underclassman was 07s, 06s, and 05s. And the upperclassman was 04s and 03s. And we'd get there at 7:30 in the morning. They'd read off the number off a penny that they'd give us at the start of camp, and we'd play for that game instead of doing yoga for an hour. And yoga? I wanted to do the yoga because I was very sore. I was not like tired, like I was just sore. So we're standing there in a big circle, all the kids there. There's like somewhere between 400 and 500 kids at the camp.
Wow, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah. So the coach just starts reading off numbers for the underclassmen game, and then I hear 344, and that was my number. So then I was for the spotlight game, which I keep on calling the All-Star game because it makes no sense for me. So I went there. Another one of my teammates also went to the All-Star game. One didn't, and that was really kind of weird because it was like 2 of us who were in and then one that was left out. I played really well. I feel like, very active defensively, intercepting a lot of balls, slide tackling a lot, just being aggressive, not letting the guy turn, giving him pressure, forcing them one way. And then offensively, I had a few nice plays, threw balls over the top to people, combination plays, turns out of pressure, little pullbacks, and little simple moves like that. And after the end of that game, then we had mental training again for an hour, and then we played games for 2 hours, and then we had lunch. And lunch was they had like a little packet. It was a sandwich, a cheese sandwich, an apple, and macaroni and cheese, which was cold and it had vegetables in it. I know. So none of us ate the mac and cheese. One kid was brave enough to try it.
You couldn't pick out of it?
No. Like it was covered in like carrots and broccoli.
Oh, pause. That reminds me of something. Like the night that he came home, I was closing at my job, and they sometimes give you like food and stuff to take home if you're closing. And so they gave me like these 2 packets of broccoli mac and cheese. And I was expecting for him to be like happy about it because he loves the mac and cheese at Panera. And he got so pissed at me when I told him that the mac and cheese had broccoli in it. So now this kind of ties it together.
I was just like, I didn't get mad at you. I was questioning why Panera has broccoli mac and cheese.
Why does your life stink so much?
I've never even seen that on the menu before.
It's just our broccoli cheddar soup with pasta.
Right.
Continue.
Don't worry,
No
Daniel. We're
problem.
gonna get you some real American mac and cheese.
So after lunch, we had a team practice, and then we played a couple more games, and that was it. But the last day was 7:45 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
We did this like closing camp ceremony. They just gave off awards, like the most goal scorer, the best goalkeeper, the person who represented the camp the most.
Oh, okay.
I got a T-shirt. It was a good experience, you know. I wasn't really there for the college coaches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I did speak with a couple coaches, and I may read off a list off my phone if I have the time to. But I was
you're
mostly
still
just
14. It's still a ways away.
yeah. I was just there for the experience of playing with older kids.
Well, it sounds exciting. At least you got your summer nice filled up. It's not like you said you were watching soap operas.
I wanted to do that. I had like 2 weeks of rest in summer, and that was a lot of fun. I just go to the pool, the court. I went to go play like pickup games and just go to the courts in Weston with my teammates and stuff like that.
Right. You just had fun.
Yeah.
No more of that, Daniel. Fun is over. Fun time's done. All right, excellent. Now that we've caught up with both of you, I'd say let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we were talking about a couple of topics before we started here, and I think one that I thought one would be very interesting would be Bill Cosby. For a couple of reasons. Obviously, it's a big news item, right? News. Two, obviously, Danny's a big fan of Bill Cosby. You know this. So, and do you guys understand what happened? He was, obviously he had been convicted, of, the exact charges, but certainly the overall thing was drugging and raping women. That was arching topic there. And he apparently has been let go, freed, and he and his people are running around talking like they got vindicated, as if they were found innocent of all these things, when the truth is he was being let go because of a technicality. So, Lauren, here's the other piece of it, by the way. I listened to a podcast recently from one of the original journalists that was doing the news articles and was doing the investigation on all these people, and then people started contacting her, kind of saying that they were victims of him over the years, and he was saying that it sounds like he has plans to start like touring and making appearances and basically having opening line jokes about what happened.
Yeah, wasn't he a comedian?
He was a comedian. Yeah. Oh, he is a comedian, I guess. Yes, he is.
Okay. Yeah.
He started. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lauren, let me feel your rage.
I just find it unbelievable that we live in a world and in a society where people who can do something like horrible like that just get to walk free on a technicality. Meanwhile, there are other people there who do far lesser crimes, like that one girl from the Olympics who was held back because she would tested positive for marijuana. They get damned for something that doesn't even affect other people. You know?
Yeah.
A technicality shouldn't mean that a rapist gets to walk free. And that is definitely not something to joke about. Like, I don't see how someone can laugh about like a joke like that in someone's opening lines. Yeah,
they'd have to be a really good writer.
That'd be pretty funny.
Danny, your idol, Bill Cosby.
I do not know much about the situation. I just know that he was a comedian. He did these bad things to women, drugged them, put the pills in the people when people don't want the pills in them. And then, he did his business, and now he's walking free because what do you mean by like technicality? Like
So I did a little bit of research on this.
Nice.
I don't sound completely like a complete moron, but so it sounded like this whole thing started with a civil case that he was being sued for. Do you guys know what the difference is between civil court and like criminal court?
No, sir.
So like if you're being charged in a criminal court, your punishment usually is like jail time. Right?
Okay.
If you're being charged in civil court, the punishment is monetary. So monetary. You're writing a big ass check to somebody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So like, if you hit somebody with your car and they sue you for that, you need to pay up.
it would probably be civil court, right? Unless you did it on purpose and you were trying
Yeah, unless it was intentional.
Yeah,
Right.
no. Like you got in an accident, but it was your fault because you were on the phone and the
Right,
security
right,
camera.
right.
Like that one time
Okay,
I ran
I
you
get it
over
now.
with my bike.
Yeah, this man, she didn't even run over my
That was
leg.
an
She, like,
accident, though. That was an accident, though.
That was
started
civil.
laughing. She started laughing.
I didn't.
Criminal.
He was in my way as I was coming up. He fell backwards and my
Yes,
bike just
Ian,
happened to
criminal.
go all over him. It was with me on top of it. It was no big deal. He could have walked it off.
Walk it off.
Are you kidding me right now?
So, from what I understand, is that there was a person who was suing him. This is before like the allegations were really coming out, right? There was a civil case against him for these same allegations, but the person was going after a monetary compensation. They weren't, because it wasn't in a criminal case. And the attorney apparently talked to Cosby and got him to testify to kind of say, listen, this is what happened. And he supposedly promised him, there was a promise, that his testimony would not go public, that it was just for this particular case and it would not go public. So he went ahead and explained what happened that night or whatever, or nights with the person.
And he admitted to it?
He basically said that he did drug them. He did drug them and did have sex with them. And then the case was closed. I don't know if they settled or whatever, that case was closed. That happened. And then all these allegations start coming out, right? And then it starts becoming a bigger deal. And that's when now all of a sudden he's got to go to criminal court. And then apparently they used that testimony that was used in civil court in the criminal court, you know?
Yeah.
So that was the technicality.
And the fact is that the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania said that the testimony that was used against him, which was his own words, but he had been promised that it wouldn't be used. And so therefore that was a violation. And with that violation, they thought it wasn't a fair trial and therefore he was free.
What about all the other allegations?
Yeah.
It's so unfair.
Yeah. So
Imagine how those women must feel.
I know. That's horrible for the women that have to endure that. And I hope he honestly just goes away and doesn't start trying to make money off of this or
Yeah.
I hope someone rocks his shit.
Right.
That's Chris playing video games.
Oh, I was gonna say, what the hell happened back there?
Yeah, you heard that too, right? That was loud.
Yeah, I heard it from my room. I just hear, oh.
No, I'm like
Alright.
right next to him. Imagine how tired we are.
Yeah. No.
It runs
Exactly.
out.
Next topic. Since we're also in the midst of two big soccer tournaments, right?
Uh-huh.
We got Copa America, and we have the Euro Championships. I was wondering, Danny, how you felt, and Lauren too, of course, how you guys felt about these games being decided by penalty kicks at the very end.
Being what?
Being decided by penalty kicks.
Stressful.
Yes.
I would like to give my input.
Please.
I loved it. I love when games go to penalty kicks. I feel like it's like a lot of so much more pressure at the end, the extra time, like everyone's running all over the place, giving it their all, like they're all super tired, but they're all trying to, advance and win. So I really enjoyed all these penalty kicks deciding the winner. I ended up watching the England Denmark game today. Did you watch that?
I did.
I was with my neighbor, and we watched the whole thing at the penalty kicks. Well, it didn't go to penalty kicks.
It didn't go to penalty kicks.
This one was in extra time though.
Yeah.
And when England scored, we started yelling, "It's coming home! It's coming home!" Because we're rooting for England.
Oh.
Yeah, I did not watch the Argentina-Colombia penalty kick game. I was busy. I was at training. So yeah, but I like it. Like when the Copa America was going on, when Chile was actually kind of decent, and we won it twice in a row. That was really good because it's like so much more intense and so much more exciting. If they miss it, so much more nerve-wracking than just watching the regular soccer game.
What do you think about people that say that it's not really fair because penalty kicks really has like no bearing on how the game of soccer is played, right? Because the game is going on the whole time, and then also it's kind of like this arbitrary way of deciding the game. It's like almost like if football in the NFL decided that when they end up in a tie, they're going to have the field goal kickers kick field goals to decide the game.
Well, what is it for? Well, that's why you have extra time. You have extra time, and you have 90 minutes plus with added time and stuff like that. You have 100 minutes to get a goal, basically. Have a lead against your opponent and hold that for the rest of the game. And if you can't do that, then they give you an extra 30 minutes. If you can't do that there, everyone in soccer, I guarantee they would not want to play another 25, 30 minutes because they would be exhausted. So that's why they have penalty shootouts. It's something that settles it right at the end. Like, if the game was boring, if it was 0-0.
You think if you were to ask all the players, they would also say penalties are the way to go because nobody wants to keep running around for another who knows how long.
They're not getting anywhere.
I think so, because if they haven't scored in 120 minutes, 2 hours of playing, then they're not gonna achieve anything more than playing another 30 minutes. At that point, they're exhausted. If you watch this extra time, Denmark was like done. Denmark was completely over. They're just jogging all over the place. The only guy who was actually playing was this striker from Barcelona, Braithwaite or something like that.
Yeah.
But
like for example, did you see the Spain-Italy game?
I did.
Spain, I thought was easily the better team at that game, and then it goes down to penalties, and Italy pulls it out.
That's the thing. Possession and controlling the game doesn't mean anything if you can't score a goal or if you can't win the game outside of penalties. So, win the game within the time that you have. If not, go to penalties. So, I don't understand why people would want to play another 30 minutes to try and settle something, but without penalties. Instead of penalties. All right.
So I don't know if I told you guys, we haven't talked in a couple of weeks. So I had a cold. I got a head cold. Lasted a few days. Jen caught it. She's down for a few days. So we basically the last 2 weekends haven't done anything. We haven't done a thing but sit.
Sorry about that.
And it's also raining and stuff. So we sat home and watched a lot of TV. All right.
Okay.
I got a few things here, a couple movies and a TV show. All right.
All right.
So we'll do spoiler alert for all 22 to 39 viewers that we might get. By the way, did you notice the last video got 39 views?
I know.
That's a lot.
Huh? That's the most yet.
We're blowing up.
I know. And I can only be maybe 7 or 8 of those. All right.
We're famous now. I guarantee most of them is grandpa watching it over and over again.
Oh, 100%.
Pobrecito. You're gonna cry when he dies.
We should have him on the podcast one time.
We really should.
Can we
should have
can
him.
we have
We should do like a
guests?
family thing. We should
should
get
do
everyone in the
guests.
family and play like a game.
Yeah.
That would be actually pretty cool.
Mhm.
Actually, might work something. I'll think of something that they can.
Okay.
We
I'll
have to
leave-
get Christian
I'll
on
leave
this
it to you.
podcast at least once.
But I'm gonna tell you what the
Yeah.
problem is getting them to figure out how to get on Zoom. That's gonna be the problem.
I think your dad might get it, but your mom. Does she
What
have a
about our
laptop?
mom, dude?
Computer. No. First of all, your mom, and second of all, she doesn't have a computer.
She doesn't?
Oh, damn.
She refuses. She thinks it takes away their spirit.
Through what?
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. He's just.
To get Christian on this podcast, the whole world's gonna think that Dane and I are just the two siblings.
Hey kid, did Chris, he's got a busy schedule, and I've asked him, and he says yes, and then he doesn't answer.
Yeah, same. That's the thing. I asked him. He says, "Yeah, I'll hop on this one." Yeah, just send me the Zoom invite. I literally set up his Zoom account for him, did everything. Told him when you get the email, just click on the link and you're good.
All right, next.
Didn't even.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I don't know.
Yeah. When we get rich and famous, we won't cut him anything.
No, I'm sure once he starts seeing, we have 1,000 views and we have all kinds of subscribers, and Kellogg's is paying us, sponsorship money, then he's gonna want a piece of that. Or LaCroix. It's the only one.
LaCroix. Yeah, that's my drink. I drink that all the time.
Mhm. All right. Joe, Mayor of Easttown. Have you seen this? Kate Winslet show on HBO? Good show. It's only like 7 or 8 episodes. And it's one of those murders have happened. Who's done it? Who did it? And every episode it looks like a different person did it.
Gotcha. Oh, that sounds cool.
It really is. You really have no idea until the very, very end.
Is it
Okay.
told from like different people's perspective in each episode, or?
No, basically it follows the main detective of this very small town in Pennsylvania, which is Mayor, which is played by Kate Winslet. And it's one of these real small towns. Everybody knows everybody, so which makes it even weirder that there's a murderer or murderers in the town.
Because it's someone that everyone knows.
Right. So, and it's only 7 or 8 episodes. I recommend it. It's a good watch.
You finished the series?
I did. Oh yeah.
How long did it take you?
Like 4 days or something ridiculous.
I can't blame you. I finished Stranger Things in 1 week, the whole series.
That's good. Is that coming back?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
hope so.
I hope so.
2022, I think they
But I
said.
feel like it's been like 2 years or something.
It has,
Mhm.
has it not? Summer
I
2019.
was about to go into my junior year when the most recent season dropped.
Yeah, it was summer of 2019.
They can't do that to me. Like I told that what the hell happened.
No, I remember when when one of the when that season dropped, I was at your house because we were doing that weekend at Wynwood and stuff.
I
And
remember-
then you and I like watched a bit of it before we went to the games.
Yeah, I remember that. All right, movie. Unhinged. This is Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe looks like he ate Russell Crowe, but he's just fat as can be. He's huge. You know Russell Crowe?
No, but I've heard
A beautiful mind.
the show or the movie itself, Unhinged. That sounds like I've seen it before.
It's a movie. So
Not like I've actually watched it, but like I've seen it around.
yeah. So it's all about like this dude snaps with like road rage. And
My mom and dad saw that.
yeah, and then he just goes, I mean, road rage is bad, but this guy goes over the line. Going after family, it's a whole day affair. It's good in the sense that it's real disturbing. It keeps you on your seat, and certainly keeps you from honking the horn very loudly. That's why I'm all for a courtesy honk. Just a little, not that. There's no need for that. Nobody needs to get honked like that. So when you guys,
That happened today.
yeah, when you
on the
guys
way to-
start driving, don't do it.
for the first time ever, I actually like witnessed road rage. Like there was this guy speeding. There was a lady in front of him who wasn't going as fast, even though she was in the slow lane.
Mm-hmm.
The guy starts honking, big loud honk. The lady, I look to outside my window, she's there flipping up
Maybe
off,
he just switches the fast lane if he doesn't like it.
and then she speeds off and goes forward. And then I see the other guy come forward, and he's there flipping her off, and like, I don't know, it was crazy.
It is crazy because you never know what people are going through.
What crazy people are out there
Nowadays.
Who has like a weapon on them?
Nowadays, everybody has a gun, and it just takes seconds for somebody who has a gun to snap, lose their mind. And anyways, I highly recommend that movie for everyone, really, all the kids. And then last movie, Tomorrow War.
I watched that yesterday.
Yeah, with the dude from Galaxy Quest. Chris Pratt, yeah. Good movie.
Great movie.
All the elements that I like. It's got future stuff, action, and super sarcastic. Like in the comedy sense.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I was gonna watch it with the whole family, but then no one wanted to watch it with me, so I
was working.
Oh, how sad! Nobody wanted to watch it with you.
I wasn't home. I would have watched it with you.
How sad!
It's a sad life I live in.
It's a very sad life, apparently. All right, that's it that I got for Tomorrow War. You guys want to play a game?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can hear the music.
You don't hear the music?
No, I said I can't hear the music because I can hear like it's starting.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the intro.
All right, guys. Let me know when you see a blank screen.
I see a blank screen.
Excellent. Are you ready to play America's third favorite game? Because we know that the first favorite game of America is Who's That Old Man? America's second favorite game is Who's That Jeff? And America's third favorite game is What Do, say with me,
what do these letters
stand for? That's right.
Wow.
That's right. So in this game, we have letters, initials. They're famous things, and then I wonder if you guys know what the actual words are for these letters. So, without further ado, let's move on to the next slide. HBO. Before you guys start guessing, I would like to. You could either tell me right off the bat, without me giving you any type of clue, what do you think HBO stands for? Hey, eyes up here. I don't trust any of you.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, think looking at me. Stop looking down. I want eyes over here. All right.
Oh, you think I'm on my phone? I have my phone with the Zoom.
Here we go.
My phone is far away.
HBO. Can you guys, without me giving you know what HBO is? I mean,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
the movie streaming.
Gloria.
Yeah. Can anybody tell me what the letters HBO stand for?
I heard this like a while ago, so this I'm gonna guess.
Yes.
Like home box office or home.
Very
box.
good, Lauren. Home box office.
Woo.
Very
This is
good.
This game is good.
Home box office. It's the oldest and longest continuously operating subscription television service in the U.S. Started in 1972, folks.
Wow.
It's older than me. It was the first television service to be directly transmitted and distributed to individual cable television systems. Do you know why they call it home box office?
Because it's
Just a
basically
bonus.
just like You know, like the box office at like movie theaters is just like that at your home.
Lauren is just tearing it up right now. That's bonus points.
What the
Bonus. That's bonus points. I'm sorry. Can you tell me what a box office is, Danny?
It's that little red thing that you.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're way off. Okay, moving on.
Am I wrong? It's the red thing that it's at Publix next to the.
That's Redbox.
That's Redbox, man.
I know.
Yeah, way off. Yeah, and I'm not gonna give it to you like the thing with the CD and the floppy disk.
No, you know where you go to the movie theater and you go up to like buy a ticket?
Yes.
Oh, that's a box office.
That's a box. Have you ever heard like when a movie, you know, in the weekend, oh, how did, you know, Fast and the Furious 9 do? And they're like, oh, they did $9 million in the box office.
Okay,
so
yeah, I get it now.
Representative of tickets sold, right?
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next one. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
I am ready. Oh, you
CNN.
Okay, I think I got this one.
Hold on. Danny, I will give you an opportunity here to see if you can redeem yourself.
Can I have a clue? May I buy a vowel?
Yes, the clue is it is a news network.
Yeah, no shit, Ian.
Go ahead, Lauren. Give it to him.
Central News Network?
Cable News Network.
Oh, thank God.
What is it?
Cable.
Oh, it's dumb.
Cable. I actually gave you two of the answers, two of the ends there when I told you it was a news network, and you still couldn't come up with it. Danny. So, Cable News Network. It is a multinational news-based paid television channel headquartered in Atlanta. Did you know it was headquartered in Atlanta, Danny?
I did not know that.
Yep. Owned by CNN Worldwide, and it's a unit of Warner Media News and sports division of AT&T's Warner Media. It was founded in 1980 by American media proprietor Ted Turner and Reese Schoenfeld as a 24-hour cable news channel. Very good. I will give 1 point for Lauren for coming very close.
Thank you.
Here we go. Lauren's up 3-0. Here we go. Next slide.
Oh.
I don't see it.
You don't see this. You don't see it.
No.
Danny, do you see it?
I do see it.
So how come Danny sees it and Lauren doesn't see it?
Okay, I see it
Dude,
now.
I'm the best.
All right, a little delay. All right, FBI. Do we need a clue as to what FBI I'm talking about? I'll give you a clue, right? So I am talking about like the government agency that does fights against criminal activity.
Investigations. Can I guess?
Federal.
Can I guess?
Go ahead, Lauren.
Federal Bureau of Investigations.
Oh, Lauren and her guesses. Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Oh, it's Bureau, not Borough.
Did you say borough, like neighborhood?
Yeah, I was like always confused when I read it.
Oh, I thought you said bureau. All right. No, I'm gonna give you 1 point.
Yeah, don't give it to her.
Hey, I got it.
Yeah,
No, you didn't.
Ian, I got it.
You got 1 point. You said borough apparently.
Yeah, but I meant Bureau. I just don't know how to. I just didn't know how to pronounce it. Everyone pronounces it.
We don't know what you meant. We don't
gotta
know if
give
you're
this to
lying
me,
me or
man.
not. We don't know if you're lying or not.
By the way, not to be confused with like the CIA, which is the Central Intelligence Agency, the Federal Bureau of Investigation is the domestic intelligence and security service of the United States and its principal federal law enforcement agency. What does that mean when I say domestic? For another point, what does it mean when I say domestic intelligence?
Domestic intelligence.
Worldwide?
No.
The opposite. Domestic.
Just things that could happen, like domestic crimes, you know? That makes you sound so dumb.
Domestic means within the U.S. Within the. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I meant by worldwide.
How does worldwide
Within
the US?
Shit.
Jesus. Okay. This is. I didn't think the game show would make me sad. I didn't. Hold on. It's this one? Oh no, it's. All right, here we go. We're ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Go. BJJ. Now, don't be confused with the logo. I just had to do something. So, but the letters are BJJ. The logo doesn't really mean anything. Just the 3 letters are BJJ. Hold on, Lauren. You're up 4-0 right now. Let's see if Danny can come up with something. BJJ. Danny. I'll give you a clue, Daniel. It has to do with a form of martial arts. Go ahead, Lauren.
Okay, I know this. This is my sport. It's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is exactly right. Exactly right. Which is a martial art and a combat sport based on ground fighting submission holds. This is on the skill of taking an opponent to the ground, controlling one's opponent, gaining a dominant position, and using a number of techniques to force him into submission via joint locks or chokeholds. By the way, are you choking out anybody or submitting anybody yet, Lauren?
Yeah, I had to. Well, today there were some new kids, there were some new girls, so I was kind of teaching them how to like take someone to the ground and put them in their guard, and then how to do the chokehold, and then how to get into mount, and then side mount, and how to bump people out of guard and that kind of stuff.
That's
and
awesome.
then I was learning like this scissor roll where you kind of move your legs at the same time when someone's like trying to get out of your guard, like a scissor.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you flip them over and then you mount them.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. For a bonus point, Danny, where does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu come from?
Brazil. You made me feel like I'm stupid, man.
And the next one. This might be down your alley a little bit. UEFA.
Oh, you're United Europe Football Association.
Lauren?
I think it was her.
Union of European Football Associations. Danny, you will get the point.
Where's the O from? Like the O.
It's also like the FBI. FBI doesn't have O in it, but it's just like
right.
Assumed. It's an article.
Yeah.
I mean, not an article, but you know, it takes the place of one.
It's an adverb noun.
I thought that that United European Football Association, that's gonna be it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna give you the point because you're United Union, close enough.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And of course, it's the administrative body for football, futsal, and beach soccer in Europe. It is it's one of 6 continental confederations of world football's governing body, FIFA, which is corrupt. All right, moving on.
Okay, I'll let Lauren get this one. I don't know.
Lesbian,
like I know what it
bisexual,
stands
transgender,
for.
queer community.
I'm sorry, I want to hear what Danny. You said you know what it stands for, but you don't know each exact letter.
Yes.
Got it. What does it stand for?
Me or him?
Danny.
I don't know. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer.
That's it.
That's what I said before he says anything.
No, you didn't. Shut up. That's my point.
Because Ian said, Lauren, go, and then I said it, and then Ian was like, Daniel, do you know what it means?
No, but he asked me, so.
But he said, Lauren, go before he asked you, so it's my point.
You didn't hit the buzzer. Mom, I'm in my podcast.
You each are getting half a point.
Yeah.
That is not fair. Ian, I answered that first. As Daniel, being a member of the LGBTQ community himself, cannot answer this question.
What?
All right. All that will be edited out. LGBT stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. In believe that stands for queer, or I believe also questioning sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's in use since the 1990s. The term is an adaptation of the initialism LGB, which began to replace the term gay, in reference to the broader LGBT community beginning in the mid to late 1980s. All right, very good. Very, very good. I don't think I have another one. That's it.
Nice.
No, I got one. I forgot I got one more.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly, yes, MGK. Also known as Colson Baker, is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, and actor. Noted for his composition of contemporary and alternative hip hop with rock. And he's also dating Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Yes. So MGK goes to Danny. And seeing how quickly Danny answered that one, I'm sure he's going to answer the next one just as quick.
Government opposition.
I don't even see it.
Position.
Hold on, Laura. Don't worry. Danny can see it for 3 days. And
Government Association, Pennsylvania.
you spell association with an O?
Oh my God. Government Oval Place.
Lauren?
First word is government.
It's a Republican term used for grand old party.
What? The GOP?
Lauren just-
Isn't that like something political?
All over you. But
Danny, look at the elephant at the bottom.
GOP stands for Grand Old Party. It is the Republican Party. It's also referred as one of the two major political parties in the U.S., along with the Democratic Party, of course. The GOP was founded in 1854. The party supported economic reform and classical liberalism while opposing the expansion of slavery. Abraham Lincoln was the first Republican president. Annie?
That is really cool, and thank you. However, I do feel like I should get a point for government.
Danny, it doesn't even say it doesn't even say government in the.
But I was on the right track.
Okay.
All right, let's add this up. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5 to 3.5. Lauren, big winner tonight. By 2 points over Danny.
So you put it like that, it's not that bad. You know, I did decent. I made a pretty big comeback and then fell short at the end.
Yeah, I might have given you a point by accident somewhere there. My math might. Either way.
Oh, you did give me a point for some reason.
Mm-hmm. You give him a point for knowing where Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was from.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. That's the only game I have for you guys tonight. It was a few slides more than I usually do. So one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next week we could play America's 4th favorite game.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. It's past my bedtime.
All right.
Love you guys.
Good night. Ian.
Love you.
Say hi to Jen and Sloan for us.
Yes,
I
please.
will. Bye.
Bye bye.